Hello, today I'm going to show you how to make a split chain when working in traditional tatting. This means your ring stitches face one way and you would reverse work for your chain stitches, and the chain stitches would face the other way. So I'm going to start the first half of the split chain with regular stitches. So we're going to make a split chain of 5 stitches on each side of the split chain. 3, 4, 5. I'm working in size 10 thread today to try to make the stitches a little bit clearer and easier to see. Well, I think I'll need a few more stitches. Let's make 7 instead of 5. Okay, 7 stitches, and I'm going to join to this picot here with a lock join and leave a space of bare thread about the same length of the stitches you've already made. It's a little bit flexible, so just, approximately the same length. So you're making a lock join, and now you're going to make the rest of the split chain with the same shuttle you used to make your join. So now you're going to reverse work and work from the other side to make the stitches. So as you can see now, it's the back side of the chain which ends with the second half. You can see it's not a full stitch if you look at it from this side. So this is how you would make the stitches. So you have to hold your tatting between your thumb and middle finger instead of your thumb and index finger when you know with normal tatting. So thumb and middle finger, and you're going to wrap around your index finger from back to front and come back in front of the bit of bare thread. Okay, and I'm going to hold it in place with my thumb, and then from behind I'm going to go and grab the thread below the bit of bare thread and pass my shuttle through it. Then I'm going to tighten this, but not all the way. Not tight, tighten it so you have a small loop left. And then what you want is this loop that you've just made to pop to the front. So you're going to pull on the thread that's at the front of your index finger and make it pop to the other side. Can you see how it's come back to the front? And now you want to pass your shuttle through it from the back to the front. At the same time, you can let go now with your index finger. See, I'm leaving it around the neck of my shuttle and I'm pulling to tighten. You can see here that this is making the first half of the double stitch. I'm going to finish passing my shuttle through it. It's a little bit confusing at first, especially on the first stitch, but so now you're trying to make it clear, see what's happening. So that's the second half, so you want to give it that little tug for your first half and then pull on your shuttle thread for your second half. So you're looking at the back of the stitches now. Let's make another one and it'll become a bit clearer. So holding between your thumb and middle finger, wrap around your index from back to front, come back in front of the bare thread. From behind, grab the loop, pass your shuttle through it, thread is being uncooperative and twisting a little bit. It should be untwisted like this. That's what it should look like. And then pull on here to make it pop to the front, like this. Then you want to pass your shuttle through it from back to front. At the same time, you can let go here. See, and I'm pulling equally now. That's still wrapped around the neck of my shuttle. This tightens the first half here on the left. And now I've finished passing my shuttle through it. And this makes the second half. So I'm going to give that a little tug again, and then the second half. I'll do one more, then show you the other side. So around your index finger from back to front, in front of the bit of bare thread, grab from behind, pass your shuttle through, pull here to make it pop to the front, pass your shuttle through again from back to front. Leave it around the neck of your shuttle, and pull to tighten. See here? Now finish passing shuttle through and tighten the second half. I'm still going to go here before I complete the stitch and give that a little tug to make sure it's nice, and the second half. So if you look at the other side, which is the front side of your tatting, this looks a little bit not so neat because it has the join where I made the join, but you can see how I've got 3 stitches now made on this side, on the front side. I've got space for 2 more, so let's make 2 more stitches. Reverse your work again, you're working from the back. Wrap around your index finger from back to front, in front of the bit of bare thread. Grab from behind with your hook. Pass your shuttle through it. Tighten. Then pull on the front here to make it pop the loop from to the front like this. Pass your shuttle from back to front. Leave it around the neck of your shuttle and tighten. Then pass your shuttle through, and then I still go before I complete it. Tighten this first half, then tighten the second half. Now we have space for 1 more. To the front. Grab the loop from behind, pass your shuttle through. Tighten. Pull here to make it pop to the front. Pass your shuttle from back to front. Leave it around the neck of your shuttle. And start tightening. Then pass your shuttle through it. Tighten the first half and the second half. Now, in fact, if I snug them up, we've got space for 1 more. So let's do one last one. From back to front around your finger. Just where that little piece of bare thread is left here, I'm going to put my thread in front. Grab from behind. Pass my shuttle through. Tighten, but not completely. Give this a little tug at the front to make this little loop pop to the front. Pop. Pass your shuttle from back to front through it. Tighten. Pass your shuttle through. And then, as always, I give a little tug first for the first half, and then the second half. So if you turn back to the other side, which is the front of your work, the other side which is the front of your chain, but is the back of your work, there's your split chain with your 2 threads coming out the middle, ready to start your next element. That's it, how to do a split chain. See you next time, bye bye.